Tonight on Q2, a road across the river.
A long-awaited multi-million-dollar project set to open, connecting the Billings Heights with Lockwood.
So it's been pretty exciting with the length of bridges that we have built on this project.
Plus, standing tall and proud.
Honestly, if you drove by here 2 weeks ago, it looks completely different than it does today.
From the dirt, the new MetraPark grandstands are now nearing completion. We show you.
And from behind bars to beautifying Billings with a brush.
Yeah, everybody has put in their sweat and tears kind of deal into this.
Through paint and colors, one-time prisoners are now transforming downtown and themselves.
The MTN 530 News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andrea Lutz.
And I'm Russ Riesigner. Our top story, a game changer for commuters in Billings.
The long-awaited Billings bypass connecting the Heights to Lockwood is just days away from partially opening, promising to slash drive times and ease traffic headaches.
The $19.5 million bridge is a key piece of the $136 million Billings bypass.
And as our Charlie Kleps reports, it's the most expensive project ever undertaken by Montana MDT. It's about to transform our city.
The work has been consistent.
This would be the fourth phase for the structure over the railroad and Colson Road.
Barring below freezing temperatures,
There is certain times that we did have to shut down for the weather.
Montana Department of Transportation crews worked on the massive Billings bypass project for years.
For these two projects right here, we pretty much worked through all the weather that they could possibly give us.
Now the project is halfway complete, connecting Lockwood to the Billings Heights, adding convenience for drivers.
So it's been pretty exciting with the length of bridges that we have built on this project.
And this week, another major step towards the final product, finishing the railroad overpass, joining 5 Mile Road and Yellowstone River Bridge in the 6-section process.
Well, the exciting part about this is the new route going over the Yellowstone, and hopefully it opens up convenience for the residents here in Lockwood and those in the Heights that are commuting back and forth.
This part of the project is spendy, totaling $19.5 million, part of the most expensive road project for MDT ever at $136 million. All in an effort to provide more access and connect communities.
Well, it's always good to have your project completed and open to the traveling public.
And on Thursday, these road closed signs will be moved, and the Billings bypass will have a partial opening after years of work as the largest Montana Department of Transportation cumulative project continues. In Billings, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
Tonight, a Billings doctor at the center of a disturbing federal case. He's facing prison time accused of paying for sex with a child. 52-year-old Usman Khan pled guilty to federal prostitution. Investigators say he arranged a sexual encounter with a minor in April of 2023 after connecting with a woman through social media geared toward commercial sex. Prosecutors say the girl was brought to his Billings home where he paid her after a sex act. Khan is not a direct employee of St. Vincent Healthcare, but did contract work for the hospital. In a statement, hospital leaders called the situation deeply concerning and confirmed he's no longer affiliated with their medical staff. He faces up to 5 years in prison.
Tonight, a federal fugitive from Billings is caught in small-town Montana. He is captured triggered by a wet pair of pants in a sharp-eyed community. The Sweetgrass County Sheriff says Cedric Levy, wanted on a federal warrant, is back in custody. Deputies tracked Levy to Big Timber after a tip that he was dropped off at a gas station. Then more calls followed, including one about a man drenched from the waist down roaming downtown. Police moved in and took Levy into custody. He served time for meth trafficking, but it's unclear what prompted this latest warrant.
Yeah, it's getting a little more active through areas of southwest Montana. We expected this, plenty of thunder and lightning, a lot of storms coming off the mountains, Beartooth, the Absarokas, and around Cody here today. Let's take a look at some of the cameras from in and across the region. We'll start up here. This is from around right now in the Bozeman area. You can see some of the wind blowing around the tower there and strong wind gusts. They get down just the road to Belgrade, and you really don't see much of that storm developing, at least what we're able to see on the camera. This is our a brand new camera from around the Bozeman Pass. You see some of the clouds starting to build in there, the very green conditions continuing to hold in. But as we take a look out towards Miles City, plenty of sunshine here for the afternoon. Warm temperatures, even warmer for you as we start getting in towards tomorrow. And let's take a look over towards Billings as well with the, well, I guess we won't see it with the Stockman Bank weather cam, but we are seeing some very warm temperatures and readings into the 90s.
The construction dust is starting to settle at MetraPark.
Crews are nearing the finish line on the brand new $2.5 million outdoor arena. Tonight, we're bringing you a front row look at what's taking shape.
MTN's Marcus Kakova heads out to dig up the dirt on the details.
Like something out of a movie.
It's like Field of Dreams. There's nothing here but dirt, and then you come back and bang.
Yep.
Rodeo arena.
And in a way, that's exactly what happened. What used to be just dirt is now a $2.5 million outdoor rodeo arena at MetraPark. And the change, it happened fast.
The actual arena hardware itself, the panels, the chutes, the pens for the stock, that is all complete.
Honestly, if you drove by here 2 weeks ago, it looks completely different than it does today.
Stony Fields, he's the general manager here, has been watching it all take shape.
My personal experience is a summertime rodeo inside of a building just doesn't make sense.
For him, this project isn't just a facelift, it's a homecoming.
It's something that brings rodeo back to Billings. Billings was a rodeo town, and it seems like in the last couple of decades that's all sort of fallen apart, and that's what we want to do. We want to bring back that Western lifestyle.
To do that, he's partnered with David Allen, general manager of Nile, which will host the first event at the new facility.
Our goal here is to put on a summer rodeo, which hasn't occurred in Billings outdoors in, I don't know, I think it's been 7 or 8 years.
There's already a rodeo space in town. MetraPark knows that. But here's the surprise. This one's not stepping on toes. It's getting blessings.
I reached out to Bobby Miller with the Horse Palace and said, we're going to be in competition with you. I want to make sure that it's something that's workable. And his first thing was, you got to build it. There's a need for this space.
As for David, the finish line reached in about 2 weeks is just the beginning. And he's got big dreams for that first victory lap.
Our family is related through marriage to Lisa Lockhart. I'm just envisioning she's going to turn her third barrel right there and set an arena record for us.
Marcus Kakova, MTN News.
Tonight, a piece of local history is back open after taking a beating from last month's storm, but it's far from fully repaired, and the Huntley Project Museum needs some help. Cleanup took just over 2 weeks thanks to community volunteers who cleared the debris and dried out those flooded buildings. Only one of the museum's 14 buildings is insured, but a $500 donation from the Yellowstone Historical Society is helping jumpstart repairs, which could take up to a year. The museum is free to visit and welcoming guests and school groups once again.
It's a place of transition, the last step for many offenders who've done their time behind bars and will soon be returning to the community. More than 20 residents of the Alpha House Pre-Release Center have been busy with paint and brush the past 2 weeks, leaving their mark in a positive way in one part of Billings.
Yeah, everybody has put in their sweat and tears kind of deal into this.
This alleyway in downtown Billings is undergoing a transformation, just like many of those who are doing the painting.
Absolutely inspiring. Yeah, you know, I'm not an artist, but I had a good time doing it.
The nearly completed mural in the alley outside the building, where many have found sobriety and sanity through AA and NA, is being painted by residents of Alpha House, a men's pre-release center. Josh Burks is one of the residents.
And then we get a lot of people walking up and down through here that are recovering and that need recovery. And so when they see this, I think, you know, it's uplifting for one. And so it kind of just, you know, lifts their spirits as they're on their way to hopefully a meeting.
Local artist Judd Thompson is leading the project, says it's always been a dream to do something like this.
It really made an impact on me as an artist to work with these guys and to hear their story and just know that sometimes when you're down out on your luck, that you just need to pick up a brush and start painting and get out of your mind. And I heard a lot of those comments.
Some of them are just terrified after being in prison for so long to take those first steps back into community. And when you do it like this and you have community members walking by all day and saying, hey, that looks great. It's wonderful that you're doing this. They get excited and they take it to heart.
The money for the project came mostly from an anonymous donation to make the area a little more welcoming.
Something that's going to stick around downtown Billings for quite a while, probably past their stay at Alternatives or Alpha House, and it's just something that's going to be around for a while.
And for residents like Josh, who's about to finish his time at Alpha House and embark on a fresh journey, it's a positive way to leave his mark.
My contribution is in this alley. Now, I've been to both these meetings, so it means something to me as well. It's been a great experience for me. It needed to happen. I wouldn't change a thing.
They hope to have the mural completed within the next couple of days. It's located at 17 North 31st Street.